Hey everyone, it's Rob. Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Let's make sure you all can hear me. If you please type the number 1 in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. I probably should open up my chat box. I should go ahead and share too. All right. So sorry about the delay there of a whole minute, but my dog decided right as I'm getting ready to start that he wanted to go out. So stood at the back door and barked with his half bark because he really can't bark any longer. So I'm gonna need a second in a moment to go and, hey Daniel, how you doing? It's been a bit. To go and pull him and let him in. So it'll get quiet for a moment, but I will run to go get him. So to get right back, but I had to let him out. So he is getting older, almost 15. In September he'll be 15. So not in as good a shape as he has been. So as we get started, keep in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something you like, anything, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance before ever taking on that trade, that setup, or the indicator. Yeah, I'll get the camera going as soon as I get the dog back in the house. I'm not running out of my office back and forth like a crazy person. So just give me a moment for that. We'll get through some of the stuff. Chip, you're quite welcome. Chip came into New York last week for a one-on-one on Friday. We had a great session, great full day of training in there. We laid a bunch of his strategies out for him on paper, all the details of it with a strategy creation system and lights. So I'm excited for where that goes for him now. It is, Mr. M. Yep. So Daniel Williams, Trader Will says hi. All right, so guys, we got Inner Circle coming up tonight, which is the 25th. Tomorrow is Mastermind Group, 26th. On the 27th, Monster Market Movers, do not miss that class. Listen to me, right? If you have not been in Monster Market Movers before, it is $49 for the very first one. Go and register for it. You will not be disappointed with what you get for your $49. There's almost 5 hours of prerequisite materials. We do the 2-hour training. I do a 20-minute long video to show you where all the lines have to be drawn on each and every one of the candidates. Of course, I said that 2-hour class, and you walk away with a list of candidates that not only are ones for the day, for the next day, because you do have those too, but you're going to walk away with a list of candidates that will last you throughout the course of the month. So Lee, if you could drop up, there we go. You already did. Perfect. We got Trade Watch Alerts coming up this week on the 28th, and then Trading News next week. We've got Power Option Plays, Covered Call, E-Mini are all on the regular schedule. Keeping in mind that this Friday, the market is closed. It is Good Friday. Market's closed, so we are closed. Our offices are closed. Everybody's off and such. So Power Hour is on regular schedule. It says Trading Coaches Playbook, no. Key to be free. Tonight is the last one. Do not miss out on that training. We had such a great response to it. We had 4 of these scheduled. We cut it back to 3. And tonight is the last one. So if you want to see what it will take in 2024 for you to be able to achieve the things that you want, this is going to give you the ideas of exactly what it's going to take to do it. So go ahead and register up for that. It is free. Here's our follow us page. Make sure you're following along the various platforms that we have out there, keeping up to date with all the latest and greatest. Here's our Trading Boss Manifesto, guys. This is downloadable on the homepage on robertjroy.com. It's downloadable on tradinglikeaboss.com, but it's our manifesto of what it is to be a trading boss, right? And then here's key to be free for tonight. So I'm going to go check and see if he's back. I don't hear him barking, but usually he's back pretty quick. So go ahead and drop in the trades that you did today, and let's go take a look at that and give me a moment. While you're doing that, there'll be some silence, and I'll be right back. All right, get that video going. I see me. All right, beautiful. Just put that out of the way. For me, perfect. Perfect. All right, trades. What trades did you do? John said, no trades this morning. Record keeping my trades from vacation. There you go, John. Got to do that. Trader Will said, closed out about 550 in profit on Vegas spreads. Nice, Will. So the Vegas spreads a program we used to offer. It's not any longer available. So what we've done is the last couple of weeks, Amelia and Tripp inside of Inner Circle have been training Vegas spreads, right? Will's jumped all over it, loves the strategy, and that's what he's talking about today. So very nice, Will, very nice. Tripp said Hakanashi scalp on IWM for 64%, $1,000 in 10 minutes. And the Qs for 47% in 6 minutes. Woo! Great job, Tripp. Great job. You heard that, right, Chip? You heard that? That is a trade setup that is in the Inner Circle, one that they've developed in there. We're building an indicator set out for right now. So to kind of say, boop, here's a pop-up on the screen that says, take the trade, so they can watch more candidates versus what they're doing right now. Scott said, close out Micron trade today for a 54% crush in premium. Nice. Opened the trade this Friday at 35 cents. Bought it back this morning for 16 cents for an 8% ROI. All right, a couple of you, Stephanie, Brendan, nothing yet today. Jennifer said 2 SMCI call trades for $12,169. They're rocking, huh? SMCI, great job, Jennifer. I didn't mean to discount you. 12 grand is a freaking awesome trade. But it is just, SMCI is crushing it right now. A little volatile, but yep, a lot of kudos in there for everybody. So awesome job, woohoos. Oh, woohoo! I can't just do woohoo. It doesn't sound good. Jennifer said also down on Costco about 7 grand, but not out yet. Okay, so 7 grand from the 12. You still up what's that? 5 so far. So not too shabby. 4, 5, something like that. Helen, I forgot it was Monday. Okay. Yeah, I want to forget it's Monday sometimes too. Without a doubt, I want to forget it is Monday, right? Monday is my absolute craziest day. From Key to Be Free, I've got some appointments scheduled today, some calls. Remember, on that Key to Be Free, guys, if you register, right, or have registered, I'm the one that you talk to. I'm the one that is taking that call. So I've got a couple of those calls today, an online appointment that's going to last me about an hour. I got to do POP and then Key to Be Free tonight. So, man, it's just a run day. Lee, ask Suzanne on that. All right. So let's see. So we got an alert or a trade setup from Amelia today. So let's go and look at that. This is on IWM. Go figure. Let's see. Was this a Hakanashi scalp trip from today? Might very well have been with the timing in there. There's the 10 minutes. 9:31 this morning. Amelia bought 5 IWMs, right? The 206 calls at 71 cents. Tripp's not sure if this was a Hakanashi scalp or not, but she bought them at 71 cents. Right down here on this candle, and they're 2-minute candles that she's looking at. That's the strategy what it calls for. It's moving up, moving up, moving up. On this candle right here, she sold to close for $1.13. That gives it a 81.91.01. 11 42 cents, right? 42 cents on 71 cents. She's got the rate of return there, 59 cents, but 42 cents on 5 contracts. So 40 cents times 5 contracts is $200. It's not horrible, right? I bet most of you could use an extra $200 in 10 minutes a day, right? Scott said it looks like the Hakanashi scalp. Yep, Tripp said could be. There you go. There you go. Excellent. So couple things from today, guys. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for the right setup. We got this gap down on Amazon today. Wasn't crazy about the gap down. It stretched, but I like that it bottomed out near the 8-period exponential moving average. And I know for some, you're going to look at this and say, yeah, but it broke the 8 moving average. No, it did not. No, it did. Today, Rob, if you zoom in, you'll see it broke. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. And that wick did not break the 8 moving average. Yes, it did. Okay, watch. This is where most people are making a mistake on how they look at it. Okay? We got to get rid of today. Right now, and only now, can I identify where the 8 moving average is and pull it out. Right? Now I'm going to bring us current. I don't know if it's going to let me do it or not. to, you know what? I could drag it from this side then. I could have had I not done that. Okay. That is where the moving average was on the close of Friday. No, but Rob, it's higher today. Yes, because the candle's moving up. If you watch this on TradeStation or even here, if you had a more active stock right now, you watch the moving average do this the entire day. How do you pick? Okay, here's the point. Here's the point. How do you pick a point? You don't. You pick yesterday's or the previous trading day's closing price of that moving average, snap that line, and that's what we're looking for. So we stretched down, but we didn't get all the way down there. We bounced and came back above the 178.67. Now, the key is, did we pull back and bounce off of there? If so, there's an entry into the trade. If not, no entry. No entry. But it's not a hard concept to calculate, right? So let's go look at Amazon from today at the 178.67. And I'm going to just kill the volume on my phone there for a second. My text message from one of my trading friends is going crazy. So let me just kill that for now. So fourth candle of the day, we gapped down, just as I said, we gapped down, we stretched, we didn't get through the 8 moving average, and we bounced, right? Well, we got a real pullback in here, a little bit on this candle, but not really a lot, right? So if we go over to a 1 minute candle and I scroll back, you can see we broke out, we closed above, we retested, we bounced, and there's the entry into the trade, right? Off of that bounce. So we did get the breakout, the retest, the bounce, perfection. Right? Perfection. So if we go back to a 5 minute candle here, right? There's the breakout and the entry candle right in there. And you can see what happened. We had this really nice run, 2 candles in a row. We went sideways. So on the candles running up like this, on that big move, as we took the entry, I am back here in position number 1 in the chair as it's running. There is no sense in touching the damn keyboard if I'm not having anything tell me it's time to get out. Okay? So the next candle, this small red bodied candle, it's got a long bottom wick. So what is it showing me there? The bulls tried to take control, long wick, but then it came back and it closed with a very tiny body. We're talking about probably pennies of difference between the open and the close. Let's see. The open was 179.30. The close was 179.28. 2 cents. Yeah, it's one trade, 1 second later would have made up for it, right? So, but as we get that smaller body, I'm sitting back here, the previous candle, when that small body and we start to break down, I'm in position number 2 in the chair. I am ready. I'm actively focused on that chart. I'm not really searching around for other candidates. I'm looking at all my monitors, my laptop here, the stuff that's there, CNBC over here. I'm only focused on this right now, okay? And then we go ahead and we get the next candle with a good strong move up. Not crazy about the wick. I'm still in position number 2 in the chair. And now we get this next candle starts to climb and I'm back in position number 1 in the chair. Okay. And I'm watching. And this is called micro day trading. I will be teaching this strategy at some point. We're probably going to do a 1-hour online class for it. But this strategy, this technique, basically in a nutshell, I'm watching for certain candle patterns, and I'm not going to go over all the patterns today that we're looking for, but I'm watching for certain candle patterns. This was one of the patterns. Okay, I get a big candle. The last candle up here at the top, it's green, it's smaller, but I'm still back here in position number 1. And the next candle pushes a little bit higher and starts to back off. And about 2 or 3 minutes into that candle, I'm in position number 2 in the chair. By the time we get to this next this candle closes, the next candle opens, stretches up, and fails, right? That was the exit out of the trade. So if we're in the trade at about 179.5, we're out of the trade at about 180.5, give or take. There's about a $2 move with a 70 delta. You're looking at about $1.20 or so, $1.10, $1.20. I forget exactly what it was on the numbers, is what this would produce following those rules. All right. So overall, great setup on Amazon. Liked it. Liked the pattern a lot. Actually, I went over this on Friday with Chip when we did the one-on-one as well. This setup, this strategy, it's a great strategy, guys. And I learned it by mistake. I caught it by mistake. All right. It wasn't something that I set out to say, oh, I'm going to develop a system. Nope. I went, I keep seeing this happen. Why? Thousands of days in front of the computer. How many thousands of days? That's a good question. Let's say that I'm in front of the computer 4 days a week. Well, actually, let's do this. I've been going since March of 1997. So 07, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, wow, 27 years. That's depressing. So 27 times 220 trading days is 5,900 days. 5,900 days if you're in front of the computer every single trading day. All right. So call it 5,000 days in front of the computer. That's how I noticed it. That's how I caught it. That's what made me recognize it. What did I say there, Jim, about mistakes? Sorry, you might call it by mistake. Oh, you mean I learned it by mistake? Okay, I got it. That's what it was. Jim said you might call it by mistake, but he said it's more like a sixth sense. And it is. It was something was happening. I knew it was there. I felt it. It was part of my regular day. I knew what I was looking at, but I never knew what I was looking for. Now I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not just looking at it, I'm looking for it. Cool, Jim. Good point, Jim. Let's see. Stephanie said I was watching, but was hoping it came down further, so passed. But can you show the Amazon fibs? Yeah, Stephanie, sure. Paula had asked the same thing for the fibs. So let me get the full fib. Right, it's probably we just got above the 618 and held today. Right, so far we'll see if it stays. It might be time to redraw, but we drew back here from October 27 up till December 20, right? Both of last year. Okay. But guys, the important thing is this: you must remember that focusing on the moving average today, to me anyway, for my system, it doesn't work. I'm not telling you there aren't ways of using it today. I use it intraday all the time, not a question. But when I'm looking for pullback and bounce, right, that's what I'm looking for. If I could pull back and get within $1, $0.50 would be great to my line to get a bounce, I'm okay with that, right? I'm fine with that. But you've got to build it out into your system of what works. There you go, Stephanie. Good. I'm glad you got him now. Excellent. Good. Good. All right, now we look at Netflix. Netflix. What did Netflix do? 624.63. It opened up. It pulled back, pierced through a little bit, and bounced. Let's go look at Netflix. Right. So here's the pierce, and then there's that candle. Same 1, 2, 3, fourth candle. There's the breakout. So let's go back to 1 minute candles. And let's see what it gave us. Right, so I had to pull back with a wick, but nothing that really closed there. I closed here and I broke through. I closed here and I climbed. And was this a good setup today? Yeah, it was a great setup. But not setup, sorry, wrong word. Move. Was it a good move today? Yes, but I didn't have the setup. I didn't get the pullback the way I want. We opened about where it closed. We had a shade bottom, no wick, and we just took off from there, right? So if we go back to a 5, and where was this? It was on, so that's 950. Okay, let's look at the 950 candle. Let's go find that 950. Yeah, that's this candle here. So that was my pullback. Nothing, right? So Netflix, the setup was there. The move was great because if we would have found an entry in there at about 6.25, give or take, 6.25.5, we ran all the way up to 630. Even if you got out now, you're at 627.5. You had a $2 move. Even if you held it all the way back. Right? You see the move? Nice strong move up. See the change? You see the change happening up here? Big candle, smaller, big, smaller, big, smaller, much smaller, long wicks, gap down, goodbye, offline, right? And then we had SPY today. Another setup, right? SPY pulls back right to the 519.68 on the open. Let's go look at what SPY did. It opened right there and bounced. So now we got to look at 1 minute and see what the ones give us. We came and closed in there. We bounced up. We pulled back. We bounced up. Did we get up a dollar off of here? That'd be 520. I know we did not, but I'm just going to show it to you. The high was 519.94, so no entry there. We pulled back. Did we really have the pullback in there? Not really. So I'm not excited about it at all. This was, again, that 950 candle. If we go back to a 5-minute, that's the 950. Right? Could you have taken it over the 5? You closed there, opened there, stretched down, and pulled up? Yes, you could have. I did not. I went and looked at the ones, didn't like the pattern I saw on one, and passed on it. Okay. So overall, Amazon was it today. These are the other two I was looking at, setting up, watching, focused on, need to know what's happening with them. Right? Okay. So I'm going to do my best to pronounce your name. And if I screw it up, I'm going to give my deepest apology. I can't even see the full name. It just shows ... after it. It looks like Amit Kumar. Am I right on that? Amit Kumar? Yes? Oh, goodness gracious. Well, there you go. Perfect. All right. I'm from India. I was a student of another company, came to know about wealth builders and others as I am now starting my journey into the US markets, not sure where to start. Which platform is good for trading through? I've tried Thinkorswim. I don't know. I'm not sure what Gate Pass is, but if I was starting over today, Thinkorswim would be the platform I would start with, hands down. Hands down. Okay. Would be the platform I would focus on. There is another company out there that we are having conversations with right now. It is options.ai. They've got a really good platform. They're using AI to help with some of what they do inside of there with their calculations. So you may want to check that one out. I have opened an account. I have not funded it. TradeStation is good. I'm not a fan. Compared to Thinkorswim, I use TradeStation all the time. Compared to Thinkorswim, starting over again, I would not go with TradeStation. Thinkorswim has amazing customer support. Hopefully, with them being sold out not too long ago, that doesn't change. TradeStation's customer support is horrible. Stinkes. It is just disgusting how bad their customer support is. Looking forward to education on trading and options. Yeah, I mean, and so we've got, this should be a place without a doubt. Every Friday, except this one because it's a US holiday. We do another free class on Fridays. You'll recognize Brandon if you came from his world, Brandon Wendell. And then there's Ryan Litchfield and Tony Benson, and we're going to add another coach in there at some point as well. But they do the same type of thing. There you go. You know who Brandon is. So they do the same type of thing on a Friday for you. But they do their own thing. I don't tell them what to teach. I don't see their PowerPoints. I don't know what they're going over for that day. It's not me. They're there to go ahead and show the things that they want to show, the things they think are important right here, right now. Okay. Yeah. So Will said, trading you. So Amit Kumar, Trading Will said, trading you and Tony's patterns. So trading you will give you a good introduction into it. Lee, do me a favor, have some conversation with Amit Kumar when you get a chance on trading you. Get him some information on it if you would. That'd be a great place for you to start. All right. Let's see. Jennifer said Schwab is in the process of transitioning TAS to its platform in May. Oh, mine is already there. Mine transitioned over a while back. I don't know what they're going to do. They claim they're not changing TAS itself. They're going to leave the TAS platform alone. They would be insane to rattle that cage with all the traders that use it because of the features that are in it. Start taking stuff away, and you're going to get people believing you're going to keep taking it away, and they're not going to come back. So, also, Lee, get a link in there for the Trading Coaches Playbook so he can register for that as well. TAS is by far the best. I agree. Schwab has changed the big accounts first. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Mine went over day one. I was gone. All right. I think Schwab is doing another big transition group in May, me as well. There you go. All right. Well, yeah, Kevin said mine switched over November. I don't remember. Mine was the first day they told me. You're on the first day. We're taking all your accounts and moving them over. Okay. And then I couldn't get in for a day. So that was fun. And then they finally gave me a pop-up message that said, oh, you have to download the Schwab version of Thinkorswim, not the Ameritrade version of Thinkorswim. May 10th, Tom said his is. Okay. Stephanie said hers is moving in May. All right, excellent. Good. All right, so let's go take a look at the market, see what the heck is going on, because I got to tell you, man, I am just stoked on what the market's looking like right now. So S&P 500 looks just like the SPY did, right? So what do we got here? Well, take it back to last week. We got together last Monday, right, which was here. No, that's Tuesday. Monday, right here. We had that nice gap up, did not give us a new all-time high. We still had the line drawn there. I had a little blue zone drawn with the 5,200 level. And we came back up, and so that was on Monday, right, of last week. Tuesday, we gapped down. We gapped down right to a confluence. No, Rob, that wasn't confluence. We broke through the 8 on that day. We did not, right? We did not. Watch. If you haven't caught it yet, you have to go back to the previous day and look at where the 8 moving average was. It was at the fib line. So what do? You snap a solid line on your 5-minute chart, and that is your moving average. That's your closing price. The moving average was higher, yes, but we moved up. So we came right into it, right? We gapped right down and bounced. Perfection is an understatement with the way that pattern set up on there, okay, on Tuesday. Wednesday, we gapped up, ran to an all-time high. We broke through the 5,200. We broke through the 5,219. We closed up, and then Thursday was the colossal day. It's just we gapped up to the new all-time high of 5,261, and then we pulled back on Friday, which is not surprising. Folks, listen, do not be surprised to find on Fridays after a big run during the week, you get pullbacks. People are taking profits. They don't want to hold over the weekend. There's too many days. Think of this weekend. If you're holding a position over the weekend, it's not a Friday, it's Thursday is the final day. That means Friday, Saturday, Sunday until you open up Monday. You got 3 3/4 days until the market opens up again. All right, so you want to be careful of thinking, well, the market's going down, I'm going to trade bearish on it, must be turning over. Excuse me. May not be the case. If it's on a Friday, it's not surprising to see the profit taking. Excuse me, not surprising at all. Selling is better over long weekends, but not long, Jennifer said. It all depends. I like the selling over a longer weekend. I mean, Tripp is, when he does Cover Call Explorer, if you can take advantage of that over that long weekend, you have 1 extra day of theta burn, of the value of that option dropping just because the calendar, the day of the week passed by, right? Jim said, your market intelligence report was great again this weekend. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was same thing, guys. I dug in a little bit onto what's going on on the various days in there. Today we're getting this bounce. I would have liked that move down to have taken another day or two because my 8 would have caught up and given me a better confluence. If we could float for a day or two there, move up a little, pull back a little bit, get the 8 up there, I would rather see that for the pop than I would, meaning the move up, than I would for taking the move from here. And this is where SPY just didn't really come to fruition today, right? Okay, thanks. I appreciate that, Lee. Free theta burn coming up this weekend. Exactly, Tripp. Let's see. Jim said, show the traders how to receive this report. They don't know how to get it. So, I mean, you'll get an email that says your traders market intelligence report has arrived, right? And then you'll click on that link in that report and it will take you, shoot. What is it? Lee, what's the link? Lee, give me the link, please, to the Traders Market Intelligence Report. Drop that in for everybody. Drop it in for everyone. And I'll pull it up. I appreciate that, Jim. It's a good point. Guys, but you'll find it on our YouTube channel. Listen, bottom line, it is normally there Friday night before my team goes home. They get it processed and publish it. They don't send an email out about it until Sunday. It's part of our Sunday email sequence that goes out. This week I didn't record it until Saturday because I was in the office with Chip on Friday night. And Sean said, we can record it when we're done. I was like, yeah, I just spoke for 8 hours. No, we're not recording it there. Newsletter, there we go. So the website stays exactly the same. Bookmark it, click the link, bookmark it. All right, here's the video. This week's Market Outlook, right? We give you a little little teachings going on there. There's a couple of our podcasts, right? What we've got coming up for free classes, for premium classes, right? Earnings, economic reports, and the likes. The whole goal here is to get you everything that, and you go to the full calendar right here. It's going to want me to log in. So it'll take you right over there to the full calendar. Stephanie, so you should be getting, Lee, see if you can help Stephanie with that. John said, "This cover call explorer coming out Wednesday night this week." Trip, you are doing it Wednesday, correct? I'm fairly sure he is. Yep, he is. He's doing it Wednesday. All right. So you'll have it that you can take advantage of it on Thursday's trading day, which means you'll get that extra burn over the weekend. You're welcome, John. You're welcome. Good. So I love the pattern. I'd love to see the bounce, right? If we do bounce, we're going to look at that 52.61 and 52.84 on the upside. If we break, we're going to watch for the 8,5200 confluence and see if we violate that. Yeah, Trip said it might be later than Thursday, but it will be out on Wednesday. It's not a normal day for Trip. He's got Thursday slotted for it, but you will definitely have it on Wednesday night. Jennifer said, "I like the video. It is short and to the point and gives you the idea of where to start for the week." Exactly. I could do a longer video, and this one was a little bit longer. I think it went 6 minutes. It was a long video, right? I could do a longer video for it, but to me, I want to get you the important things you need to know. Here it is. Here's the economic reports. Here's the levels we're looking at. Go, right? And then you get to see how I've analyzed the S&P every single day for the last week. All right. So let me go back here. And the topic for today was who will be the next Bitcoin? Some of you care, some of you don't. You're not real focused on it. You're not really interested in it. Okay. So I will give you some insight as to what I see, right? My introduction to Bitcoin was quite a few years ago now from a good friend of mine who has nothing to do with the market. He's into marketing, actually. He's a marketing genius. He calls me and says, "Dude, you got to buy this Bitcoin thing now." I said, "Why?" And he starts going on about how great it is and what it is. And I start to research it, and I realize that it's based on nothing. It doesn't have any true value. But then again, so is the US dollar. There's nothing backing it up. There's no gold standard anymore or not. It's the full faith and confidence of the US government, right? Which I don't have any confidence in the US government. But anyway, side point. But after the research, I saw where the price had gone. I saw we had big moves. It was $1,200 a coin. Today, it's closer to $60,000 a coin. Bitcoin was considered generation one of cryptocurrencies. They were it. They were the first one for real, right? They were the first real one. Others have come and gone. Not a whole lot have achieved a higher price level. Some have. You got one that they came out and they named it after somebody's dog, a star's dog or something. Some big, TV stars, movie stars have tried to start their own. Some big executives have tried to start their own and mimic it after their companies and such, and they've done okay. Bitcoin at $60,000. The problem is with Bitcoin is there is a finite number of coin available. They're mining them, which is what you have to do. It's not like you're digging them out of the ground looking for gold, right? But you are mining is what they call it. And basically what's happening is somebody, if you want to mine, somebody has got these supercomputers and they go back and they do verification of what's in the books of who actually owns the coin, right? So there's some verification back and forth being done. the more you do, the more Bitcoin you can earn. I could tell you something that when I was a coach with one company, there was someone that was a tech, not a tech, but he worked in the back table, and he bought 6 or 8 supercomputers, put them in his parents' basement. They had no idea they were there. He goes the whole month, and his parents got a couple $1,000 electric bill. Insane. What they used to have a $200 bill, and it was a few $1,000s. So the electricity is very expensive. That's why in places like China, they've made it illegal. People are stealing electricity now and rerouting electricity so they can do mining of Bitcoin in some of these countries like that. I like Bitcoin. I think there's a lot of opportunity to it. I don't like Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin is going to be it. I think Bitcoin is the start, the legacy. I think it'll always be there. And once there are none left, I think the value is really going to take off from there. And that's what's part of what's happening now. But the biggest push in Bitcoin has been that ETFs have now come out on Bitcoin where they have to hold the coin, okay? And they're holding in percentile. It's not a one-to-one. It's not $1 of Bitcoin to $1 of ETF. If it was, you'd be paying $60,000 for an ETF, right? One share. So we don't want to have that either. And I'll share with you the Bitcoin companies in just a moment. You just get your cameras, you can take a screenshot, you'll have them all listed out, okay? And I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at for on them. So, but that's Gen 1. And again, there's been a lot of other coins. There are a lot that are coming out now. NFTs have played into this a little bit as well. It's that digital currency of some sort, right? Whatever it is. But what has really made Bitcoin mainstream to me is that they have gone ahead and now have available ETFs. Right? And look on the far right, guys, right here, where I just my screen went white, right? Those are the ETFs that are out on Bitcoin, okay? And I have them sorted right now by volume. Again, just the word it says Bitcoin ETFs. Don't look at the columns above it. Don't worry about that, okay? Those are just other symbols. So IBIT, it has the highest volume, 40 million shares so far at 12:30 in the afternoon. So 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 3 hours, 40 million shares traded already on that. And then there's FBTC and GBTC have 13, 14 million each. And then the next one drops way down to 2 million. That's ARK. That's Kathy Wood, right? On ARKB is her ticker symbol for it. All right. So this is, to me, is what has brought validity, what has brought Bitcoin mainstream, where I don't have to go buy the coin. I don't have to convert, do a Coinbase wallet and convert the monies, pay a fee to Coinbase because I bought Bitcoin with it. And then if I want to cash it out, I got to pay a fee to Coinbase again, transfer fees, and whatever else companies are charging out there. Just FYI, I use Robinhood for my Bitcoin. I can get a little better price elsewhere, but they make it simple. I don't have fees that I'm getting charged, and I don't have to calculate how much do I want to send somebody or how much do I need to buy this. They do it all for me, and it's pretty simple, right? Kathy Wood is ARK, ARKB, Brenda. I think the BlackRock one is the first one, IBIT, I believe, but I don't remember exactly. All right, just make sure. Bitcoin is 70,055 right now. There you go. Thank you for that, Will. I appreciate it. I don't know, Jim. I haven't checked on any of them for options lately. When they first came out, within the first week or two, I had checked all of them, and none were available. So we could do a real quick test on the first 3 because it's volume based. Well, coin is a stock. It's not an ETF, Kevin, right? Unless there's a new one that I'm not familiar with. But the first day they came out is what I based all of this off of. going to scroll down here to this, right? So IBIT, that's ISRG. It didn't take it. Let's try it again. I'm going to move the option chain to another page so it works easier for me. I could see it, and I'll move it over if I get in. So let's just go down here. So IBIT did not give me anything. FBTC did not give me anything. GBTC did not give me anything. Yeah, so, and we'll look at ARC. ARC did not give me anything either. So it just gave me an error message, an X, right? Invalid symbol, right? For an option chain. So no, nothing at this point, right? No, you're good, Kevin. You're good. So with all of that being said on Bitcoin, I believe the next big coin is Ethereum, right? Ethereum is Gen 2. There is no limit to how many coin are available. This is a daily chart now, right? On Ethereum, right? We were up higher, right? Had a big pullback. So we were up 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago? Yeah, it's 22. Actually, let's do this. Let's go here. I'm going to change this. To make it easy, look at a weekly chart and go back 10 years. So we were up over $5,000. That's in 21, right? As we came into COVID. We had this pullback that brought us down to 1,100, 1,000, whatever the number was, right? And now we're back at 3,600, okay? So, and again, it's a weekly chart on this, and we're going back to the start of Ethereum, basically. Because of since Bitcoin's introduction to the market, there's always been the look for that second coin. What else is out there? And I know there are other coins, right? I focus on Bitcoin. I own shares of Bitcoin, or I own Bitcoin, and I own Ethereum shares, right? I believe Ethereum is the next big coin. The whispers are already on making ETFs on Ethereum. If and when they do that, you will see the Ethereum stock explode. The Ethereum coin, rather, explode. Just like Bitcoin did. Right? And does anybody know or remember, maybe someone could do a quick check on when the ETFs came out? Time ETH. All right. So I got to go back in and change it this way. I just want to change it to daily. Okay. I don't remember what the date is, but we could look at a Bitcoin chart or an Ethereum chart and go back and say, okay, where did we see the move take place? So Henry said, where do you suggest buying Ethereum? So I do mine through Robinhood. I own my shares through Robinhood. And I'm not telling you today is the day. I'm just telling you that if you're looking at an ETF to buy, my opinion, I like Ethereum a lot for the reasons I gave you. And that's the reasons that I hold it. Okay, it's just because of that. 50 days ago, Kevin said, okay, so 111 is when the ETF started. Well, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. So if we go over and change this, I already have this. Let's go back to Ethereum that I already have a daily chart. We'll go back to Jan 11. So this was when the announcement, that's when they came out, rather not the announcement. They already had the announcement that they were going to do them. That's what the run was. We got this pullback that took place until about the 23rd, and then from there we started to climb. So we had the buy on rumor, sell on fact. Ooh, we're going to get ETFs. Buy, buy, buy. ETFs are out. No more news. Sell, sell, sell. Right? And then some people realized, what the hell are we selling for? This is good. A limited amount available. It's a supply and demand. I want to sell this bottle of water. I got the only one on earth, right? And you're thirsty. It ain't $1, although I don't need to pay $1 for a 24-ounce bottle. But It's not even $5 or $10 or $100. Not if it's the only one left on Earth, right? So I think Ethereum is the way to go, personally. Again, you have to do your own due diligence. There are other ways to buy it. You can play games to get it. You can mine it to get it. There's so many things that it comes across. I bought mine outright on Robinhood. It's the simplest thing in the world to do. Go there, put in the Ethereum symbol. I think it's ETH. Hit enter. I don't think there's an @ sign on Robinhood. Hit enter, and it's going to give you a quote, how much you want to buy, 100, 500, 10 million, whatever you're looking to buy, and you go. And again, I'm not telling you today is the day. I'm just telling you that I am very heavily focused on Ethereum, right? Keep in mind, when I told you when I bought my very first Bitcoin was at $1,200. All right. Did I have any knowledge of what I was doing? No, I was dumb as dumb could be when it came to cryptocurrency. I was in the right place at the right time because of a buddy of mine. That was it. That was absolutely it. And it took me hours. I did it on a credit card. Hours. So I wouldn't give the brokerage firm, which I wasn't supposed to have an account with because I lived in New York and you're not allowed to have it in New York. So I had to do it at my Florida address. So it just took me forever to just roundabout way to get there. So Barry said Yahoo gives the 24-hour volume on Ethereum at 16.2 billion. Is a $3,609 underlying. How is the volume possible? $56 trillion a day? Yeah, I would guess. I've never looked at the daily volume for it. That's interesting. All right, so Jim did a search on Ethereum on August 7th of 2015. The first Ethereum transaction was carried out using the transaction hash of block 46147. It's the same item you were talking about or something. Yeah, so that's about when Ethereum came out, from my recollection. ETH, no. ETH is a stock. Be very careful, Brenda. I don't know where you're looking. It's not coming up as a stock here. So I don't know what you're looking at there, but if I go over to my Robinhood account right now, I'll do that. And let me see what it shows for a ticker symbol. It's going to need confirmation from me. Oh, not very nice today. Yeah, ETH is the ticker symbol on Robinhood. And it is right now at $3,598.78. It's up 143.31 today. So we're going to do this. Okay. All right. It's not being nice. That is it. All right. I can't show position, equity, all that stuff. That's where I get in trouble. All right. So, and it was easier back then to buy Bitcoin. Yeah, it was depends. I mean, it was a hassle when I first started. Let's see. Is it worth following demand and supply zones theory on Bitcoin or Ethereum charts? There are different ways to find opportunities. I am not the buy zones that Brandon uses that you may be used to. I don't use those. Not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just not me. I learned support and resistance and Fibonacci. So, but if you're a buy and demand zone person, there's nothing wrong with using that in there. That's for sure. So Brenda said on TOS, ETHE. So the THE is the symbol. Trader Will said ETH futures are also not ETH coins. Right, there you go. Yeah, on the futures. Exactly. So when you're looking at futures, correct. Oh, excuse me. All right. So Ethereum is where I think it goes, and I think it goes because that's the next one they're talking about for ETFs. If the ETFs do break out, you will see the run up into the news. You might see a pullback. You're going to see the bounce. You're also going to see Bitcoin is going to bounce because of it as well, because it's just more interest in what's going on for the crypto coins. We will at some point have a universal digital currency, and I do believe it will be universal. I do believe every country is going to have a stake in it. I think it's going to be based on how big you are in the world economy. It's going to mean who's going to have the bigger stake. So US, China are going to be some of the bigger ones in there. Europe will be fairly large size in that. Other companies will be much smaller countries. But I think you're going to have that. I don't believe it becomes Bitcoin or Ethereum. Well, it can't be Bitcoin. I don't believe it comes in Ethereum either. I think they're going to develop something internally. But I also don't see that we are anywhere near that for years. All right. So the end of the world. So Brenda, on Robinhood, then if you have a Robinhood account and you got money in it, you hit the buy button. That's it. How much you want to buy? You're going to tell them how much you want to buy, and that's it. You want to buy one coin, you want to buy a half a coin, you want to buy 0.11111 of a coin. And I don't remember because I haven't bought it in a while. I'm holding it now for a long time. But you may just put in you want to buy $500 worth or $100 worth or $10 worth. Okay. On it. All right. I've got a few minutes left until the end. What symbols you guys want me to take a look at? Drop them in. Micron. Zoom, let's do that, Yeah, so big move up on Micron today. Well, a few days ago from the earnings, right? Oh, we got to let it settle too. So let's see. We're going to pull this back. I'm going to draw the fib. From here to here, we had plenty of pullback. We hit the 236, so that was a good move. Good pullback from there. 13 to 19 is 6. We don't need a fib in there. So on Micron, you know, we had a great move today. If you missed it, you missed it. I would have been looking at the 113.50 level on Micron for the pullback and the bounce. At this point, I'd like to see it come down. It's too much of a run. For me, it's just not one that I tend to chase after. So, but I do like the move it's made. And then also Brenda that was Will and Brenda. So hope that helps, guys. SPY. All right, so here's SPY. We still don't have a great place to draw the fib off of, which is very annoying. I mean, this is a fairly easy one for me right now, Brenda. If we close where we are, 120.5, let's say 520.5, and we get a pullback tomorrow a little bit and a bounce, 525.82 is our next resistance. That's what I'm looking for. If it breaks to the downside, watch where the 8 moving average is. Hope that helps. Kevin's asking for coin, but on the short side. So Kevin, are you actually looking to short the stock, or are you just out of curiosity, or are you looking to buy puts? All right, let's see there. All right, so we're going to pull this back. We need to redraw. Buy puts. Okay, good. Yeah, there you go, Jim. I saw the E down there. I thought it was less than that, but Jim said 4 days ago is when they had their earnings. That's why they move up. And that was there on Micron. That was the big move up, the gap up. And then today, I don't know what that was, but buy puts. Okay. So, all right. So right now, you're also fighting against that, you know, Coinbase, that cryptocurrency company. I have zero reasons, Kevin, personally, to say I want to take this bearish. There's nothing in here telling me to look or consider buying puts. We're in a true bullish bias. We're above the zero line right now. The fib is great. The moving averages are spreading apart. Look at the green and the brown, the 21 and the 55. They're spreading apart, and we're headed up. It's all indications of a bullish move. I would need a big change in there for me to be able to say, yes, I want to. I would at least have to get down below the 21. which would then put me in a neutral bias, and I've got room all the way down from 234 to 211. So I'd have a lot of opportunity down there. Isn't coin a nice H? Yeah, well, it's an H, but it's not a good H, right? Because the good H, we need to pull back to the 50 or the 618. It's a 382 H, which is okay. So I hope that helps, Kevin. 19, not 314. What are we talking about, Will? On coin? You're welcome. Micron, okay. I don't know, let me go back and look. Back here, okay, because we had enough of a pullback in there and a bounce. So that move up, we had a good pullback and bounce. I'm okay with that one. You're not going to have much of a difference if you brought it back here to it. But that pullback, that move up and that pullback was, I said, yeah, they're so close. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go with the most recent. So I have my cleanest move, thrusting move in there, Will. Well, good. I'm glad I'm able to help, Will. So Gene said it was the H, now it's on Coinbase. Was the H a reversal signal? The answer is no. For those of you that are like, what H are you talking about? It is an upside down H. So it looks like this. Right? That signal, again, this is not the line it comes off of. We needed to come off of here or here, 50 or the 618. That's where the H needs to happen off of. Have this move up, come down in here and bounce. And we look at a 1, 2, and a little bit line move. So just plan on a 2-line move. Oh my goodness. Excellent. Are you telling me or asking me, Jim, if we have one? Telling. Well, I'll tell you what if we, so Jim said one of the power hours has a topic in there of how to find and trade the H pattern. Lee, make a note, send an email to Suzanne about putting the H pattern on our topic list. Power hour, rather, topic list. And we'll kind of go through and look at some candidates for it. We'll go back and look at and do some testing on these. So, all right, excellent. Hey, everyone. Appreciate y'all being here. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all at our next one. Listen, this week, get in tonight's Key to Be Free. It is free. Get in there. Get into Monster Market Movers. Lee dropped that link in there, right? Monster Market Movers, first time in is $49 for the class. Take advantage of that. The candidates alone, forget about everything else. If you just took the candidates, the work I do to build all those candidates out for Wednesday night are amazing. So have a great one. I will see you. We'll leave the room open so you can grab the links. I'll see you soon. All right, take care.